Man, what the hell did I just watch? Man, what the hell was that, man? Whew. Oh boy. I was hyped for that shit. I was hyped for that fight. And they charged $15 for the shit. Now luckily, not that I would have been sweating $15, but I didn't spend anything because I had $20 in free credit on my Fight TV account. So I just used that shit. I didn't have to spend anything. But man, what was that shit, man? This fight did not live up to the hype, did not meet expectations. And not only that, but in this fight, and I think this might be the first time I am saying this since I have been doing boxing videos on YouTube. Both of these guys exposed each other. They both got exposed, alright? Zab Judah, the once great Zab Judah, former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, a guy who had, fast hands, blazing hand speed, has been in many big fights, fought many big names, was a champ at 140 also. Uh, Zab Judah should not be in the ring no more, man. This needs to be his last fight. People care about him. They need to tell him that he needs to stop, man. The legs are gone. He is reduced to basic pivot moves for movement in the ring. He cannot move around the ring constantly for a full round. Definitely not for 12 rounds, all right? The hand speed is gone. His body doesn't even look the same. It looks like a 40-plus-year-old soft body. Not that he's fat. He's in good shape for a 41-year-old, but it's not his hard, prime Zab Judah body. And hell, his skin tone even looks lighter. The hand speed is not there, man. I didn't see him throw one combination in this fight. Not even a 1-2. It was single shot after single shot. Jab, jab, left, just one shot at a time. It was like he wasn't even trying to put it all out there to win this fight. It was like he was just content with, going the distance, not getting hurt, not trying not to get stopped. But I didn't see any effort to really win this fight, like when he fought Vernon Paris. You know, if that Zab Judah would have showed up tonight, he would have smoked the Hebrew Hammer, man. Would have smoked this guy. That was a older Zab Judah who still had something to prove and still had something in the tank. In an underdog situation, being a young undefeated fighter at that time. And but tonight, man, he don't have it no more, man. And the Hebrew Hammer, look, this guy, he already got exposed by Eve Ulisse, right, on HBO. I was thinking earlier, man, how that was a goddamn gold mine when they had the Hebrew Hammer at a more than a 3-1 favorite. You could have got like a plus 250 on Eve Ulisse, man. Never get that kind of gold mine again with the Hebrew Hammer, man. If he fights anybody in the top 20, hell, maybe even the top 30, he ain't gonna win, man. I just don't see it. If you can get past 3 rounds with the Hebrew Hammer, man, you can beat the guy easily, cause that's where it seems like most of his power is. His biggest chance to win is within 3 rounds. He came out, he kind of hopped on Zab Judah a little bit, and then it was like he kind of backed off, like he wanted to get into a boxing match. Like, I'm like, man, what you doing? You need to be all over this guy, And in the third round, near the end of the third round, commentator was confused. He thought maybe it was they got tangled in the feet or whatever, but no, I believe the Hebrew Hammer hit Zab Judah with a shot that made him do the chicken dance, made him do that Costa Zoo thing. It was very similar, man. what's that shit called? Don't play with matches. All right, that shit. You know, that's what it looked like, man. Uh, but it was close to the end of the round, and then when he had Zab Judah hurt, he just kind of stood and looked at him. He didn't hop on him. He didn't run toward him. He kind of like waited like a second or two, giving the guy time to recover. Then he kind of ran over, but then the bell rang. And man, after that, man, it was just a long, dreary, dreadful fight, man. Um, it was like after the third round, the Hebrew Hammer he wasn't throwing these like ferocious, shots. It was like these pitter patter shots. Didn't really seem to have no power behind them. A 41-year-old Zab Judah was ducking out of the way of the Hebrew Hammer shots. Hebrew Hammer was 32. Zab Judah was ducking out of the way of those shots, man. Had enough slickness and veteran savviness to protect his body in ways the way he wouldn't get hit flush and could stand in the pocket with the guy. Man, this was embarrassing for both men. You know, if the Hebrew Ham was what they make him out to be, he should have stopped Zab Judah. Hell, definitely within 6, more like within 3. Old man, who was in front of him and he couldn't, man. You know, Zab Judah ducking out of the way of his shots and shit, man, surviving, going into the 11th round. It was a wipeout for the Hebrew Hammer basically because Zab Judah was not even trying, was not letting his hands go. Single shot after single shot, no combinations, not even a 1-2 in the fight. Um, it was just basic pivot move, single shot, hold. That was basically it from Zab Judah, man. At least the Hebrew Hammer was letting his hands go more, had more activity. Man was landing more. Um, but at the end of the fight, uh, it was the 11th round. I'm looking at Zab Judah. I'm saying to myself, man, if they care about this guy, man, they ought to stop this fight, man, because his face was, it was a little damaged, not terrible, but, you could tell that he had been in a fight, that he had been, getting a little beat up, taking some shots. And, it was a wipeout, man. It was just a wipe out. He had not won one round. If you want to give him a round, maybe you could give him the eighth. I had that round even. I believe it was the eighth. You know, but that was it, man. That was it. And the Hebrew Hammer, he was near the ropes. He hit him with a shot. He kind of did a little chicken dance again, and then it was basically retreat. He was against the ropes. He was taking shots. The Hebrew Hammer was throwing shots. Zab Judah was not real throwing back. He was getting hit, and then the ref stepped in and stopped it. Thankfully, for Zab Judah's safety and health, and for the public, for the fans, for me, that shouldn't need to end, man. That was a fight that should not have gone 11 rounds, man. The crowd was silent during the fight. You could tell they were disappointed. You could hear individuals in the crowd, saying different things. It was that quiet in there. Zab Judah loyal fan base, family, whoever was in there chanting for him, and he wasn't doing shit. And the fight, Abraham was celebrating like he just did something amazing, getting on the top rope and shit, man. And Zab Judah was all pissed at the ref, and then he stormed out of the ring and left, just left, you know. Uh, Still got that fiery, pissy attitude even in his 40s. Um, but he shouldn't be mad. Hell, he didn't win a single round on my card, just even round, that's it, you know. Hell, if I was in his corner, I probably would have stopped that shit, you know, way before, uh, yeah, we had the eighth round. If it went that long, if I didn't start before that, that was even. But definitely in 11th round, I could tell, man, that you know, yeah, I mean, it was just a wipeout. The guy didn't have it, man, and yeah, I probably would have stopped that shit. And he would just been pissed at me. But he needs to retire, man. And the Hebrew Hammer, um, This is about it. I think this will be the most significant thing he does in his career. Beating Zab Judah, a former old washed up world champion, undisputed champion, man. I don't see him beating any top guys at 140. Definitely not a top guys. You can forget about Josh Taylor or Regis Prograis or Maurice Hooker or any of those guys. Forget that. And anybody in the top 10, 20, maybe 30. You know, if you can move, if you can protect your body, if you have decent defense, man, you can easily beat this guy, man. He tires. He still has some pop in his punches, but it goes down significantly after the first few rounds. That's his big chance, his big shot. Anybody halfway decent, man, at 140 should and could beat the Hebrew Hammer. And Joe DeGuardia, his promoter, Star Boxing, they better protect his ass, keep him in New York, keep him against lower level type guys. If he goes up against anybody decent, man, I will bet against his ass and most likely will win because he is limited, man. He should have blown out Zab Judah. Like I said, within 3 to 6 rounds, man. Zab Judah, was an old shot fighter, punching bag, who doesn't have it anymore. He was ducking out of the way of this guy's shots, protecting himself, and like I said, man, they both exposed each other, man, in a disappointing fight that did not live up to the hype. So that's it, guys. If you guys want to check it out on YouTube, I'm pretty sure somebody might upload it. Watch at your own risk, man. You're probably gonna get bored as hell. Really not even worth watching, in my opinion. It was that bad. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, and I will check in soon. Thanks for watching.